I've marveled at the physical transformation and dedication of Farhan Akhtar to fully transform into Aziz Ali for the Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra sports film Toofan since the past 2 years. The film and the way it was presented in its teaser really excited me for two reasons. One, because it was a product coming from XL Entertainment that mostly impresses audiences, possibly barring one bizarre project this year, and two, it did exactly what a teaser should do, pique interest without revealing too much. Sadly, due to the marketing compulsions that comes with films, the subsequent Toofan trailer disappointed me as it provided me a clearer picture of what the film had to offer and transitioned my feelings to be of cynicism as we got an idea of what the journey of Aziz Ali is going to be like. Was this going to be your run-of-the-mill redemption arc of a down-and-out sportsman that we have seen countless times? I feared these thoughts coming true. Toofan focuses on a small-time racketeer and gangster from Dongri that gets obsessed with the sport of boxing. Motivated even further by a love interest to leave his unlawful past, Aziz, under the guidance of Nana Prabhu, played by Paresh Rawal, gears up to becoming a national boxing sensation. The issues that get unraveled from conflicting ideologies, the means for survival, and the motivation and choice that each individual has in the pursuit of excellence forms the crux of Toofan. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of Toofan so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch it on Amazon Prime Video or not. The good. Mrunal Thakur and Paresh Rawal. I think from the supporting cast, these two actors completely invest their heart and soul to this movie, making you realize why one is considered to be a bright young prospect and the other is considered to be an acting legend. Mrunal Thakur as Ananya is charming and has such infectious energy in this film that she leaves an uncontrollable smile on your face. Ananya's character can easily be approached from a pitch that can become caricaturish, becoming maybe one of those bubbly next door girls we have already seen in Bollywood movies, but she lends a sincere to the individual that resonates beautifully on screen. I think one of the main reasons why the chemistry between her and Farhan Akhtar works is because of the helpless longing that she has for him, which is communicated in moments beautifully through either their physical touch or her eyes. Paresh Rawal for me is the only character in the film that made me emotional. Nana Prabhu, a man who is a traditionalist regarding the sport and expects nothing but the same and even more from his students. He is a man of ideals that he deems fit and is a product of his experiences. The film tries to take a deep dive in understanding his character and his thoughts by creating a backstory, which is definitely on the nose from a writing point of view, but have faith in Paresh Rawal to, even with such motivations, to emotionally pull you in, especially in a scene where he breaks down in front of Aziz. Technical focus on the sport. What becomes clear about the focus of the film as the running minutes pass by is that Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra gets one thing right and the other thing completely wrong. He gets the set pieces of the actual matches perfectly, but what he fails to capture is what actually goes into becoming the athlete with such technical prowess. The convenience of training montages is something that I will come to later, but strictly from a choreography standpoint, the boxing matches, especially after the state championship, are well executed. I really can't say the same for the street brawls because there are times when you can actually see Farhan punching the air as the extras pretend to get hit. But the contrast is apparent in the boxing ring, as the rigorous training involved in executing those sequences is clear. What is great about the boxing matches beyond Darshan Kumar's character's integration is that actual boxers have been roped in to go head-to-head with Farhan Akhtar. And the fact that not even in a single frame a body double has been utilized, it just tells you about the dedication of Farhan Akhtar as an actor. The curious case of Farhan Akhtar. This is going to be a very contentious point in my review, so listen up. No one can debate about the outstanding physical transformation and dedication to the sport that Farhan Akhtar has showcased for Toofan. I mean, the man is a physical specimen and the training montages in the film are a testament to that. Aziz is a man of the streets, a hardened racketeer who is helplessly in love and acknowledges that the girl he is in love with knows what's best for him. What I genuinely feel about Farhan's performance is that he became Toofan, the boxer, rather than Aziz. The actor's ability to come across as a skilled boxer in the ring or the gym is top-notch, but I felt emotionally Farhan was a hit and a miss in this storyline. In moments of rage as he smashes a wall or a glass in front of him, I could sense that pain inside Aziz. But in several instances where Akhtar is to showcase his chops in emotional moments, I was always left begging for more. Even the dialect and dialogue delivery that is required for a man from Dongri is surface level, lacking the authenticity offered by characters like Manoj Bajpayee in Satya or even something as playful as Amir Khan from Rangila. I fear that in the process of what the role physically demanded, Farhan aced one aspect, the exterior, but missed out in capturing the soul of Aziz, which is both a combination of his performance and the writing. The underwhelming aspects. love-hate relationship with music. I have a gripe with the music composed for this film as it is so inconsistent in capturing the theme of the storyline. While some songs really soar in fully grasping our attention, the others come across as lackluster attempts at best. Any sports film, no matter how predictable or generic it may be, they have been known for their iconic soundtracks, especially the ones that motivate you, whether it be the iconic Eye of the Tiger from Rocky, or even recently if you look at Future's Last Breath for Creed, or Rob Bailey and the Hustler Standard's Beast for Southpaw. I get chills even referencing these examples because they become such essential elements to sports films. Toofan's title track, especially the one used for the teaser, could have effectively been utilized, but from an editing standpoint, it features in possibly the most odd moment, taking away from the otherwise impactful vocals of Siddharth Mahadevan. The rap song by D Evil, Dekh Toofan Aaya Hai, just doesn't pump you enough for the journey ahead. Purvaiya is really an underrated song from the album that you should definitely listen to for the beautiful lyrics written by Javed Akhtar. But holistically, I have to say that the album of the film by Shankar Ehsaan Loy mostly is quite underwhelming. The overuse of background music for every dialogue is also a Rakesh Omprakash Mehra staple that is becoming quite the jarring feature of his filmography. I'll even go on to say that Nuclear and Divine's Petra is actually the perfect theme or vibe that I'm talking about when it comes to sports films, used effectively in the underrated Mukkabaz, which, with no exaggeration, is a far more engaging and captivating sports film than Toofan. Loose ends and easy solutions. What is baffling about the movie is the situations that it deals with in isolation and moves on with the narrative with such ease as if those roadblocks or impediments weren't as prominent as we expected. Vijay Raj is in a special appearance in this film, and his overbearing influence on Aziz seemed to come across as something that may cause him problems in his professional journey. But the subplot entirely is forgotten, as if it was ever resolved, making you think that the events are happening in isolation rather than having a crumbling domino effect. The film tries to shed light on several social aspects, from love jihad, conversion, and the roadblocks that one faces in trying to persevere from such evils when in love. But even these roadblocks seem to find their solutions pretty easily. The writing, in order to shed light on such sensitive topics, lacks nuance and are fleeting in its impact. Justifying thought processes through generic flashbacks actually makes the film emotionally stagnant. The biggest drawback I felt was the ease with which the resurgence of Aziz Ali is showcased. Returning back to a sport when he is obviously past his prime is justified merely through a montage, and it doesn't really capture the physical demand of the sport and how tough it is to re-assimilate and be back as if you've never left. Parallels and dragged narrative. There are many parallels that you can create with Toofan and other sports films. From a professional front, you can notice the coach and student relationship with Never Back Down, and from a personal resurgence standpoint, look at the journey of Jake Gyllenhaal in Southpaw. However, what Never Back Down gets right from a stylistic and musical standpoint and what Southpaw gets right from a protagonist's emotional journey and comeback, Toofan falters in both those aspects and pales in comparison. The film is 2 hours and 41 minutes long, and it could have easily chopped 20 minutes in its edit. The need to integrate a conspiracy angle in its later half only drags the storyline and takes away the stinging punch of the otherwise engaging boxing journey of Aziz Ali. The trailer and sadly the film also reaffirms the same feeling that Toofan is an average sports film with a predictable screenplay that is only worthwhile due to the dedication and willingness to surrender to the roles by its actors. If you want to hate the film just on the basis of an actor's political ideology, then I can't support that opinion. And finally, it is definitely true that Rakesh Omprakash Mehra and Farhan Akhtar's previous collaboration, Bhag Milkha Bhag, is definitely a far superior product. For anyone wondering whether Toofan offers anything substantially new, sadly that is not the case. Mukkabaz definitely packed the punch, but sadly Toofan was just a false alarm. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.